Hi, welcome to Baby Child and Co once again. We are going to talk about colics. If you haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos as well so that others can also watch. Visit our blog babychildandco.com and join our parenting club. That's basically our subscription, but I want to make it relevant to you and the age of your child. So we collect some information, and then when we have articles, we can send them to you based on whether they are relevant to your child or not. Colics is just uncontrollable crying in your baby, but there's criteria. So if your baby cries for at least 3 hours a day for at least 3 days a week for at least 3 weeks, that's a lot, isn't it? But that is colic. So from what I have said, you can imagine how distressing it would be. Your baby cries for 3 hours without being consoled. That is colic, and it happens repeatedly for 3 days in a week for 3 weeks. It's very, very distressing when you have a baby who experiences colics. It's not every baby who experiences colics, and really we don't know. Researchers cannot say for sure what causes colics, but what you should know is that it is not a reflection on your parenting. If you have a baby who has colics, it does not mean that you are a bad parent. People have linked it to all sorts of things. They think that perhaps the baby is too stimulated. So maybe you've been out during the day, the baby has been exposed to a lot of noise, a lot of sounds, and it gets too much for the baby. Then the colic is a way of relieving the overstimulation that they have had. So you find that typically colic happens towards the end of the day, so early hours of the evening. Then this baby is crying uncontrollably. That is colic for you. Some researchers also think that it is because of gas. When the babies have excess gas in their tummies, then they get colics. And often you find that when the babies pass gas or they pass stool, then they are relieved, it gets better. But really, we don't know what causes colics. There are some things that can help when you have a colicky baby. So let me tell you some so that you can try them out and see. They may help your baby or not. But when you talk about colic, you mean that that baby is otherwise healthy, is growing well, hasn't got a fever, is not vomiting. But the only thing that is wrong with the baby is that most likely towards the end of the day, the baby begins to cry and is unconsolable. So what are these things that people think may help? Sometimes you can try a warm bath. So often the sound of the water or the warmth on their bodies may calm the babies and the crying may stop. You can also try a gentle massage, but this depends on how your baby responds to it, because like I said, some babies have colics because they are exposed to too much stimulation. So if that kind of baby is getting a massage, it may be extra stimulation for the baby and that baby may continue to cry. But you can try it and see. Some babies respond to rocking. Some babies respond to movement. So you carry them and you are moving up and down. In our culture, some babies may respond to being put at the back, but typically we don't put very, very young babies at the back. Some babies respond to what is called white noise. So white noise is this noise that sort of sounds like the sound that the babies are exposed to when they are in the mother's womb. So it sounds like the sound of an air conditioner or a blender or the sound of vacuuming. So that sound, or a fan, a loud fan. So that's That sound is called white noise. So people think that because it sounds so much like the sound that the babies have when they are in their mother's womb, they tend to respond to it and they quieten. Sometimes you can swaddle the babies, you wrap them well in a blanket, and that may also quieten them. But typically it's advised that once the baby can roll over, then you don't swaddle them anymore, because they can roll over and then they lie on their face down, and we don't want babies to lie face down because it can lead to certain problems that we don't want them to have. So you can try these things. And remember, I said that some people think colic is because of gas. So sometimes you may find that burping your babies well also may relieve colic. Colic is very, very stressful for the parents. So you, the parents, you also need to take care of yourself, because often you find that when you, the parent, you are stressed in response to the baby's crying, the babies will tend to cry more. So they sort of feed on that. So when you've done everything, you can hand your baby over to your partner or somebody who is helping you in the house, a responsible adult, to hold your baby for a while, so that you can get out of the house, take a walk. You can even go and sit somewhere and cry if you are frustrated. But definitely, if your child is crying and everything you are doing is not helping, it's time to hand your baby over to a responsible adult and take a step back. Just take a breath. It will do a lot of good for your sanity. Don't think you are a bad parent. Even if there's no one to help you, you can actually put your baby in a safe place, say in a cot, where you know that the baby can't roll over, or you've supported the sides and the baby can't roll over, and then you can just take a step back. You don't need to carry this crying baby all the time after you've done everything and the baby is just not settling down. So that is colic for you. I hope that these tips that I have given you have been helpful. If you have questions or comments, kindly leave them for us. Visit our blog, babychildandco.com. Join our parenting club, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click on the notification button so that when we upload videos, you can see them as well. Thank you for watching this one. We hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.